Hello, world. It is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. I feel like I've been brought back to the summer of 1967 in my youth when I lived in the city of Detroit. Strange world. I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm sorry for how I may look. But the pain I feel is real. The devotional today is No Justice, No Peace, written by the Reverend Kenneth Samuel, who is the pastor of the UCC Church, Victory for the World Church in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And it's based upon Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, in the New International Version. Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Kenneth writes, the lethal asphyxiation of George Floyd by police in Minneapolis is just the latest in a series of black fatalities brought about by overzealous policing, racial profiling, and white vigilantism. When peaceful protests of black people against racial injustice turn violent, pastors and public officials are called upon to counsel black people in the merits of nonviolence. But we often fail to acknowledge the double standard that America holds for black violence as compared to white violence. Last month, hundreds of angry white protesters carrying guns, wearing MAGA hats, and draped in American flags stormed into the Michigan State Capitol in protest of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's coronavirus stay-at-home order. Governor Whitmer received death threats, and Michigan State lawmakers were forced to adjourn their meetings. Yet not one pastor or public official was called to counsel angry white protesters to put down their weapons and protest peacefully. A gun in the hands of a white American is a badge of freedom. A gun in the hands of a black American is a license to kill or incarcerate. When are we going to condemn systemic racism with the same moral urgency that we condemn riots? When are we going to become as passionate about the endangerment of black lives as we are about the protection of American capitalism? We may try to limit the Prince of Peace to our conceptions of law and order, but God knows that where there is no justice, there will be no peace. Kenneth's prayer. Lord, help us to realize the peace that is not the absence of tension, but the presence of justice. Amen. I'm at a loss for words. Yesterday, I felt pretty good. Today, not so much. I don't like the direction our country is heading. I don't like the violence. But I especially don't like the discrimination and the violence that's overlooked. We are all children of God. And yes, all lives matter. Which is why black lives matter. We need to be reminded of that. Because people who are not white should not be treated any less than anyone else. I hope that if we learn nothing from Christ, that we need to look upon each other as beloved children of God. I don't even know what to say. Pray and get out and act. And when you see something going on that's not right, when you see someone being treated in a way that they should not be treated, do something. Step up and say something. It won't stop until we take a stand and stand with our brothers and sisters. It won't stop. There will be no peace until there's justice. And by God, get out and vote this November.